This car puts a damn smile on my face every time. Third gear, bro, rips. Woo-wee. The car feels really good. What's going on, YouTube? We are back in the garage today. Kona, what are we doing today? We're gonna be installing some FTP charge pipes and their Jpipe as well. Shout out to FTP Motorsport. I actually ran their charge pipe and I had their boost pipe on my F30. So they are very reputable. They are a brand out of China. And I actually wanted to get my charge pipes and my Jpipe replaced after we had the dyno day. Kona, super excited about this one, as you guys can tell. But if you guys watch my dyno day video, you guys will know that me and the guys thought I had a boost leak. So the first thing to do obviously would be to change out my OEM charge pipes that are plastic and prone to cracking, as everybody knows, to these aluminum charge pipes, which a lot of companies online sell. They pretty much all come from China, and I think they all rebrand them as their own anyway. So a local here in Florida was selling them actually for only $300, so I couldn't pass up on that deal. I think brand new, this whole set is like 500 and like 40 bucks or something like that. So I think 300 for very slightly used. I think he said they were only used for like 1,000 miles or so. You guys can see the condition. Everything looks brand spanking new. I personally am not looking to dress up my engine bay yet, because I know once I go down that rabbit hole, it's gonna cost a lot of money, but eventually we will dive into the engine bay. We'll get the dress up bolts. I'll eventually get an intake. Right now, I actually just love hearing the exhaust note, especially with the new Mad Max setup. The turbo spool is insane. I mean, it might be because I have a boost leak and I can hear, you know, the turbo spooling that way, but even from the outside and the back, it just sounds incredible. So that's why it's taken me so long to get intakes. I eventually want to get front mount intakes, of course, but we'll get there. I think we're gonna be doing an intercooler or interchiller with active auto work in the near future, so stay tuned for that. But in today's video, we are going to be replacing these plastic charge pipes and then the Jpipe, which connects to the air cooler. It's right here. And instead of disconnecting this whole cooler, because you'll have to, you know, flush your coolant and drain your coolant, and then you'll have to reset everything, of course, we're gonna leave these pipes connected. And then this cooler is only held in by a couple grommets, so we're just gonna lift that up, move it to the side once the charge pipes are off, and then we should have a little more room to work with the Jpipe. But yeah, like I said before, I'm not looking to dress up my engine bay right now, so these black aluminum charge pipes from FTP will be just fine. I'm just looking to resolve my boost leak if I do have one. And even if I don't have a boost leak, I just want to replace the OEM BMW plastic crap that they put in our cars with this high quality aluminum piping right here. So this isn't gonna be a step-by-step DIY, but I wanna thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the support on the channel lately. Thank you for all the love on the feature film / dyno day videos with all the homies. That was super fun to film and edit. I'm definitely going to be running my car back once we get these pipes in, and then we do some data logging on boot mode. I'm gonna be data logging my car probably in this video actually, and we're gonna look at the graph together. The first thing that I'm gonna be looking at is my peak boost levels and seeing where we're at. I personally think we have a leak, but we'll see. We'll see what the data logs say later. As always, smash that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe for future content, and you know, follow your boy on Instagram. Now, let's actually get into this install. What's going on, YouTube? Just wanted to interrupt this video to bring you guys a message from today's sponsor, and that's Simply Carbon Fiber. So right here, you guys saw me wearing my Simply Carbon Fiber sunglasses a little earlier in this video. As you guys can see, they are full carbon fiber, super lightweight, and the design, super sick, can't deny. I absolutely love these, gotta have them, especially here in Florida. And then I also have one of my watches here from Simply Carbon Fiber as well. This thing is super sleek, as you guys can see by the design. It goes perfect with a lot of my outfits, and especially my car being black on red or red on black. Both of these items are something that you can find on their website. And good news for you guys, they're actually having a 8th anniversary sale right now. So congratulations to Simply Carbon Fiber on passing the 8-year milestone. For you guys, the viewers, they're doing a special sale all throughout October up until the 20th. So make sure you guys use the code ANNIE30. I'll put it on the screen now, and you'll get not just 10%, not just 20%, you'll get 30% off your order this month. So make sure you guys do me a favor, check out simplycarbonfiber.com and use that code. But I want to give a huge shout out to Simply Carbon Fiber for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into this one. So the charge pipe job is actually easy. It's the Jpipe side that gives a lot of people trouble. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to tackle this. All right, checking in with you guys again. Gonna give you guys another update. So a lot of the videos that you guys see on YouTube, they say to disconnect the Jpipe from the top side right here and move the air cooler out of the way. Like you lift it up and then you move it over to the left. Getting these out of the grommets is super easy. You just lift it this way. But the problem I had was the silicone on this side holding in the Jpipe to the air cooler was literally like glued on, and I couldn't find my pick tool to like pry the rubber back from the Jpipe so I could lift the air cooler at the same time. So I went on YouTube, looked for some more DIYs, and I found this guy. His name is Jpipe Garage. Not sure if he makes YouTube videos anymore, but dropping him a like because he showed me a different way and a way easier way to take out the Jpipe, and that was taking off this front intake right here, and then he loosened this reservoir right here that's held in by like a 10mm, and then we just slide this out of the way. This is also held in by a grommet down below, and now you guys can see we have ample room to work with the Jpipe. And all I have left to do is to take off, there's a little white clip, it's right in the back over there. It's really hard for you guys to see. There's a white clip right there, and what you guys want to do is take a pick tool and pry it out, and then you want to take some needle nose pliers and pull it. Otherwise that clamp won't come off. It is a one-time use clamp, so you cannot use it again. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get that off now, and then we'll give you guys another update after that. All right, I freed up most of it, and I'm just gonna pull the rest with my hand now to show you guys what it looks like. It is just one long clip cable, and it looks like that. Again, this is a one-time use, and luckily for us and everybody that is replacing their charge pipes, you can just throw this away because your new ones will have a new retaining clip or clamp that you guys can use. Wiggle this off very carefully. Slide the old plastic Jpipe out, but that is where that white retaining clip is. It's a very unique design by BMW. And then now all we have to do is I'm going to clean that up a little bit, and then we're going to reinstall the new FTP charge pipe. All right, so initial glance, I don't see any cracking on the charge pipes, so that looks good. Before we put on the FTP charge pipes and their boost pipe, the most important thing to do if you guys are installing any type of aftermarket charge pipes is to transfer over the O-rings to your new charge pipes and your Jpipe. Luckily for me though, FTP actually provides you with new O-rings. You guys can see right there. So I am good on that end. And the reason why you want an O-ring in there is so it seats properly. There's this one for the Jpipe, and then you have a good seal. And then yeah, you won't have any leaks as long as you have those in. And then since I have the Jpipe right here, as you guys can see, shaped as a J, instead of using a 6mm clamp or rubber hose clamp like we did before, we actually have a retaining clip right here. So this is gonna sit onto the, I think it's the throttle body right there underneath, and then this retaining clip is just going to hook in, and that's actually going to connect really well. You can actually pull and tug on it, and then you should be good, but make sure you have that O-ring in there. You guys just want to make sure that these meth bungs right here are tightened really tight, otherwise you will have a leak as well. We have 2 more on the charge pipe sides as well, but since I'm not running meth, I actually just left these in how they were. You actually can put like some sealant tape if you really want to, but I think I'll be all right. With a little bit of manhandling and wiggling, we got the retaining clip onto the Jpipe, onto the throttle body right there, and you guys can see I am tugging on that and it's not going anywhere. Again, pulling, and this thing is in solid. I'm gonna put this back into place, put my front intake back on, and then we'll close it up and do these charge pipes. All right, everything is buttoned back up, intakes, charge pipes on both sides. The only thing that I have left left to do is put the engine cover back on. If you guys happen to be installing the FTP charge pipes, you're gonna wanna loosen this little grommet right here, because the FTP charge pipes are actually a lot thicker than the OEM plastic ones. So with a little movie magic, we're gonna button this up in 3, 2, and 1. Just like that, everything is buttoned back up. Looks super good, super clean. Looks pretty much OEM to me. You can't even really tell besides the FTP logo and lettering right there. But yeah, overall, install wasn't too bad. The only thing that does suck is just leaning over the car like this. If you have a bad back like mine, you will feel that, but other than that, it's not too bad. You can definitely do this yourself. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start the car, make sure I don't hear anything weird. I'll let you guys know, of course, if anything is out of the ordinary, but I think, you know, I buttoned up everything very well. Everything is super tight. These charge pipes and the Jpipe themselves, the fitment was money. Like, there was no play in between these, and it's seated onto the turbo side perfectly. There was no play at all, and then same with the Jpipe side. What's up, YouTube? It's actually the next day. We're about to go for our first ride with the new FTP charge pipes and Jpipe installed, so I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. I'll let you guys know my first initial thoughts, of course, and then once the car is warmed up, we're going to do some data logging on boot mode, so I'll show you guys that when we get there. But yeah, let's go ahead and warm up the car. You already know we had to decorate for Halloween. As you guys can see, it is a beautiful day here. You guys already know that Hurricane Ian passed through Florida. It hit, you know, the west coast of Florida pretty bad, but luckily where I am in Orlando, I didn't get hit that bad. There were certain parts in Orlando that got hella flooded, so, you know, thank God I did not get affected. The F80 was tucked away in the garage safely, but I do know some friends of mine that weren't so lucky, and then I also know some family members over on the west coast of Florida, you know, that also weren't lucky. So you just gotta count your blessings, and, you know, hopefully, you know, we don't have another hurricane this year, but that is living in Florida 101. All right, so initial thoughts. I don't think I'll be able to tell, honestly, just like cruising around in comfort mode, if anything is different. I might feel a little difference, you know, when we open it and go wide open throttle in Sport Plus mode, but right now, just driving around in comfort mode in my neighborhood, can't really feel anything. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys once the car is warmed up. The car is now warmed up now. I got you guys set up on the G7X as well as the Sony. What we're gonna be doing now is we have the boot mode app opened. Right here, I'm connected to my car, and what you wanna do is go to dashboard. So you can set whatever toggles that you want. Right here, I have boost, pre-throttle, boost pressure target, so that's gonna tell me, you know, if I'm hitting my boost level target. That's really the only thing that I'm really looking at while data logging today. That'll tell me if I have a boost leak or not. Another thing that will tell me if I have a boost leak is right here. I have toggled on wastegate duty cycle bank 1. So if that is in like the high 90s or doesn't go down while you're doing your pull, then you would probably also have a boost leak if, you know, that stays in the high 90s. But, you know, if it goes anywhere under 90 into the 80s or anything like that, which we'll show you the data logs once we do it, then we should be good to go. But yeah, honestly, the only thing that I'm really concerned about today is the boost pre-throttle, and I want it to either hit the target or be right around it. So let's go to Mexico and do a data log. For those of you guys that haven't done a data log on boot mode before on the app, all you have to do to data log is, I think you have to go into 4th gear, and then you want to be at 2400 RPM, and then you want to wide open throttle floor it to about 6500, and then that's when you'll stop data logging. You just have to double tap anywhere on the screen right here, and it'll start the data log. And then once you end it, you want to double tap again, and then your data logs will be saved right here. But yeah, let's get it. Just to give you guys some exhaust note, we'll throw the windows down a little bit until we get to the stretch over there. Let you guys hear the Mad Max a little bit, because it sounds freaking amazing. I think we're gonna do another Mad Max exhaust video after this one, so stay tuned for that. Sounds so good. Turbo swivel sounds amazing. All right, 4th gear, 2500 RPM. I'll put the window up so you guys can hear me better. And then I'm gonna double tap when I floor it, and then I'm gonna double tap again once we are at 6500 RPM, and then I'm gonna let off. it's just like the butt dyno or just like in your head because of my dyno numbers, but I think the car definitely feels like a lot smoother. It's not like chopping up or breaking up, you know, once you get up to the high RPM range. I mean, obviously the data log will tell me if I'm just bullshitting out of my ass, but we'll see. We'll check the data logs later and we'll show you guys. But yeah, that was pull number 1 for the day. We're gonna do a couple more today. We're gonna schedule another dyno day soon, so we'll be able to show you guys, but let's go windows down for this one. Mad Max sounds freaking amazing. Sounds so good. Let's do another one right here while we're here. Alright, I think I got 2 right there. Let's check. Car fucking throws you back in your seat. Holy shit. Alright, it looks like I got 3, maybe 2, but I think that's good for now. I hate going around my neighborhood because there's always cops lurking. You never know where they'll be, but this car puts a damn smile on my face every time. Third gear, bro, rips. Mode. Here's some of the verbals. I have the comp verbals tuned in. Obnoxious. Alright, catch up with you guys once we're on the highway. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to get you guys another data log on the highway. It is crowded. But I can get you guys like maybe a little pull right here under the underpass. The good thing about 408 minus all the cops is there's also tons of underpasses. When I say tons, I mean tons. We are back in the garage right now. I'm actually going to throw up, I think 2 or 3 of the data logs that we got. They're actually super consistent, and the numbers did indicate that the boost level that my car was actually hitting was around the target level set by boot mode for a stage 2 off-the-shelf map. So I'm super happy to see that. So the boost pre-throttle, as you guys can see, is the green line, and then the boost pressure is the target PSI, which is the purple. So you guys can see from the graphs there that we were hitting the boost target levels. So that indicates that we do not have a leak, I think. And then just to confirm that, you guys will see another line on the graph right here. That is the wastegate duty cycle. That number, once we started doing the pull, it dips down into the 80s, which is what you want to see. So I think these are good indications that we don't have a boost leak anymore. So I'm super thrilled about that. The only way to tell though is to go run it back on the dyno. Like I said earlier in this video, we are going to run it back. We're going to schedule another dyno day, probably this month sometime. Whenever I'm not busy. But yeah, we're gonna run it back. Even if we hit the same numbers, I'm not gonna be mad because we know for sure that, you know, we replaced the Chargepipes, we replaced the Jpipe, and there is no boost leak. So it is what it is. But yeah, stay tuned for that video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video. As always, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe for future content, hit the bell notification, follow your boy on Instagram. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Peace.